Athletes have one of the best lives out there. Not only are they healthy physically, but they are also loaded with cash. But none other are as rich as NFL players. This begs the question, where do these freaks of nature spend their cash? Well, it turns out that they spend a lot of money on cars. In this video, we will be taking a look at the best whips that NFL players have bought. But before we head on to the video, welcome everyone to another video from LitTech. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like this one, and share this to your friends to help us grow. That being said, let us head on to the video. Let us start off our list with arguably the best NFL player of all time. I am talking, of course, about the one and only Tom Brady. You see, with 7 Super Bowl titles under his belt, it is no surprise that Tom is sleeping in cash. And it is no surprise that he would love to buy cars that are faster than his throws. Brady loves the car brand Audi, and it would be no surprise to us if he has a couple in his collection. Okay, the conversation has begun. One Audi he owns is a 2010 Audi S5, which cost him $60,000. But he did not have the car for long. So, he spent more money to get a new Audi. When you spend more than $100,000 on a car, you've officially entered the exclusive club of the super rich. And with Brady's $165,000 Audi R8, who sure will be turning heads. Going from 60 in just 3 seconds, it is safe to say that this car is super fast. Speaking of fast cars, the Ferrari M4 580 is the bad boy that has pretty much everything a guy like Brady loves in a car, and with good cause too. It's quick to start. A surprise is there, right? Who knew Ferraris were speedy, after all? It takes this vehicle just under 3 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. Nearly as quickly as Tom can throw a football. It's fire engine red to start. We're fairly certain that Brady only drives vehicles in either black or red. Brady is such a car man that brands are willing to work with him for the cars. Only 12 of the limited edition cars on the renowned Vanquishes Volante, 12 terabytes, was blessed enough to design one of these cars for himself. This club be exclusive. The MSRP of the car is over $360,000. However, we're sure one could spend much more money on it. But one car is as expensive as the rest as we reach a point where the really wealthy demonstrate that they are simply a different species. For a price of more than $3 million, the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport that Brady has is a production vehicle that accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2.5 seconds. Are you for real? It also has a quarter-mile max speed of 151 miles per hour. Where would someone drive such a vehicle? If we were in Tom's position, we may worry that the car might tire of driving us around suburban Boston and try to flee. But what about Patrick Mahomes? The Kansas City Chiefs quarterback also has some pretty sick rims. His Rolls-Royce is on another new level as it is all white and cost him over $400,000. He already spent a lot on customizing the car, but it is not his first car. In fact, it is not the only car he paid for that isn't even his. Get yourself a man like Mahomes, as he spent money to buy his beautiful wife a car too. He bought it as a special gift, a $250,000 black and red truck. He also bought himself a Ferrari that is already in the range of the $400,000, and only a few people have it. I mean, if you have $400,000 laying around, might as well spend it on something red that goes fast, right? He even bought his wife a Ferrari. Now that is a couple goals. Los Angeles Rams center back Jalen Ramsey also wanted to flex his collection. His car collection amounts to almost $1 million if you count it. The first car in his collection is the 6.75-liter Volt 12 twin-turbocharged engine in this army green Cullinan, which produces 562 HP and has a 62 miles per hour acceleration time of only 5 seconds and a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Is not simply famed for its color job. The highlight of Jalen Ramsey's auto collection is this Rolls-Royce. But he also has another Rolls-Royce laying around. This time, It is a wild one that has black stripes. It cost him $400,000 for the car and customization. Now that is a flex. And when he got to the Super Bowl, another one of his cars was getting the attention of the media. When Ramsey drove his yellow and blue Porsche car to the Rams vs. Bucs game, many took notice because it matched the color of his suit. This electric car has a 79.2 kilowatt-hours performance battery and 240 kilowatts of power. This electric car speeds from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and has a top speed of 143 miles per hour. And he even matched the car with a suit of the same color. Now that is one way to make an entrance. And let us talk about the McLaren, shall we? The car company is one of the biggest in the world right now that Cleveland Brown D. Myles Garrett caught their attention. One of Garrett's car is a black McLaren with butterfly doors. His car can go as fast as 200 miles an hour. Talk about speed. You want to be the fastest in both the field and the road. But because of his car, the rest of the NFL took notice and wanted to buy McLarens of their own. Former NFL player Earl Thomas bought himself one, and he looked good on it with a picture of him sitting on the roof. Some of us can just dream of seeing a McLaren car, let alone sit on it. Cooper Kupp also got himself a McLaren. But when you are one of, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, it would make sense if you want your car to be different from the rest. That is why he fully customized his car and wrapped it to make it look like a car from the Fast and Furious franchise. It really matched his speed on the court, too. Antonio Brown took notice of Kupp's car and got himself a yellow wrap of his McLaren. Each of the McLarens cost around $350,000. Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson is also a car head. Although he is a relatively new name in the NFL, he already won some awards, such as the 2019 NFL Most Valuable Player. Although people are rating him lower this year, Lamar Jackson is still one of the better players in the NFL today. That is why he already made bags of cash at the time of his career. He knew he was a good player, and that is why when he got his money, he quickly dashed to the dealership to get his first car, which was a black Mercedes. And this car was fast, able to go 100 miles in a couple of seconds. He spent $100,000 for this car, and it already got him into quite a lot of trouble. When Lamar got his car, he quickly went on Instagram and took a picture of him holding the steering wheel. Unfortunately for Lamar Jackson, the picture also saw him going 105 miles an hour in the driveway. Because of that, the public quickly took notice, and the 2019 league MVP was criticized by people including NFL legends. Jackson quickly apologized, and that is why Lamar Jackson has not bought another car ever since the incident. I mean, he almost lost his job, and he needs to play the car game safely now. And probably with one of the most text-intensive car collections in this list, Odell Beckham. Let us start with his Rolls-Royce collection. The costliest vehicle in Odell's collection cost him a startling $353,000. The premium car boasts a bright orange leather inside and a dazzling white exterior. The football player chose to equip his Rolls-Royce with specialized navigation and audio equipment, making it ideal for traveling at up to 250 kilometers per hour. Odell's modifications undoubtedly contribute to the expensive price tag of the vehicle. To honor his tenure with the Cleveland Browns, he replaced the iconic Rolls-Royce Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. Odell's amazing one-handed catch from the 2014 season is now depicted on the hood with a miniature of him wearing the number 13 jersey. But this is not his first car, as the first one is his Mercedes-AMG. Even though Odell's Mercedes-Benz CLS 63 AMG is one of the few vehicles he didn't customize, it nevertheless has a glam aesthetic. The exterior of the Benz is matte black, and its bright red Supreme stamped wheels complete the look. The vehicle can accelerate from 0 to 100 in just 5 seconds. Despite having a striking appearance, this car, valued at $100,000, is at the lesser end of Odell's collection. He loves this car so much that he customized the car 3 times. For the car, he got custom rims and a surround system. And just to let everyone know how much of a hype beast he is, he puts Supreme logo everywhere. That is a dream car for a lot of people. In fact, Odell Sr. loved the car so much that Junior bought one for him too as a birthday present. He even added some texture to the paint job of his car to add extra flair to it. And when he played for the Cleveland Browns, he made sure that everyone knew it was him, so he spent 6 figures to customize the bands. And to top it all off, he modified the car so that he can run it as fast as 200 miles an hour. And of course, he also has a Lambo. What color? Green, of course. Odell's neon green Lamborghini Huracan Spider has to be one of the flashiest vehicles he owns. The Lamborghini costs $219,000 and has a bright green interior that matches. Odell can effortlessly go around town in this Lamborghini thanks to its 4-second acceleration to 62 meters per hour. And he has a couple more cars in his collection, such as the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, Rolls-Royce Wraith, and plenty more. In total, his collection is reported to be around the $9 million mark. Speaking of nearly getting arrested, Antonio Brown had a similar experience with Jackson as his cars nearly got him arrested. With one of his cars being a 500 horsepower beauty, he got into a car chase with the authorities. Videos were shown that Ab was going over the 100 miles per hour mark, in which he was pulled over afterward. He was then ticketed for $300, which is nothing compared to the price of the car, which amounts to approximately $160,000. That's basically playing with money. But that car isn't even his most expensive one. He also has a Ferrari that he painted all lime green, which caught the attention of other athletes from other sports. He also has a Rolls-Royce Cullinan Manx and a McLaren. He has been making the news thanks to his expensive cars and eye-catching colors of the cars. Unfortunately for him, it looks like time is ticking for him, as he isn't playing anymore for the NFL. Only time will tell if he'll continue riding the whips or he'll be forced to sell his $1.5 million collection. But if you want the world to know how much you love your cars, then you must take it to the next level like Marshawn Lynch. You see, for Lynch, he got his cars for such a high price that he literally has to pay for security just to make sure that no one else can park next to him. Talk about taking car care to the next level. One of his first cars was a Jeep Wrangler that people took notice of and roasted him for. Lynch took notice and bought customizations to the Jeep to make it look slick. From respraying the colors to autographing the inside of the car, Lynch knows how to redesign his car. He also bought an all-white Lamborghini Aventador, which he cares for so much that he would always bring around a red velvet roll to ensure that no one can park next to him. Along with the all-white paint job, he also included a rim job to the car to make it stand out. The car totaled to about $375,000. But that would be it for this video. What car was your favorite from the NFL players? Be sure to comment down below, as we love hearing from you guys. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, as it will help us a ton. Thanks for watching, and until next time.